Lloyd, a couple of notable omissions for Essendon this week with Joe Watson and Dustin Fletcher missing through injury. How do the Bombers cover their loss?
It's tough, when you lose players like that. Not only the way they can play with their ability, but also their leadership. Joe, in particular, really drives the team hard. But he probably needed to freshen up anyway, aside from the injury that he got. So I think it's another opportunity for whoever Rd10 decides to bring in. So there might be a young player who gets an opportunity, and also I suppose with Dustin Fletcher, they've lost Mitch Clark, so probably evens itself out a little bit in the defence or forward end for Geelong. So that's both teams 4 and 5 losses, Simon. So it's a huge game. It's a mini final in a sense, because you can't really afford to go 4 and 6 at this early stage of the season.
The Bombers' skills were off last week around the ground. Can you turn that around within a week?
Yeah, I think it can. I think I think really the game could have been over at quarter time in regards to the set shot misses. So I don't think that was a bad performance last week. It was just probably a little bit of execution around the ground and then obviously in front of goal. So I think they should be pretty positive. Geelong are coming back from a tough road trip to Perth. So many teams lose after coming back from Perth. They were absolutely belted. West Coast had 40 shots at goal. That should have been a 120, 130 point loss. That's how big the difference was between the two teams. So the Bombers should go in confident that they can get the 4 points.
How's your week on the track been with Jake Carlisle?
I think it's been really good, actually. It's something that I was disappointed, as Jake was, as we touched on earlier in the week, with how he kicked. But he's come in Tuesday really positive to get better. I was pretty clear in what he was doing. Obviously, which is plain for everyone to see, where he didn't have enough momentum in his run-up, was leaning back on the ball, stabbing at it, wasn't kicking through it. So he's had a brilliant week, kicked really well. I think he'll walk into Saturday night pretty confident. The test will come when he gets his first shot. But, I think he's proven to himself this week that he's a much better kick than he's shown on match days.
Geelong sit outside the 8 at the moment, but they still have so much talent in their side. Joel Selwood, Motlop, Johnson, they all are very good players in different ways. Who does Essendon need to focus on this week?
I think Joel Selwood, no doubt, is the barometer for Geelong. If you can hold him back, I don't think he's had a great year this year, Selwood. The games they've probably won, he's willed them over the line at times, but, too much is being left to him. I think he and Tom Hawkins are probably the two that get relied upon the most. I think whether it be Hurley or Hooker, they have the coverage to go with Tom Hawkins. It's just Joel Selwood. Can Jakey Melsham or someone like that limit his influence? And I think generally then it falls down to, there might be Collier and Motlop on the wing, who are both match winners. But I think it just probably comes down to the bottom 6 for both sides, who can contribute more. I think Blixarves is a real danger. So Bell Chambers has a massive job ahead of him just to try and combat Blixarves and the ruckman that takes the centre bounces.
Well, hopefully the Bombers can get up, Lloyd, and we'll review it with you next week.
Thanks, Simon.